care. Let's just do the thing. We'll do it live. I don't care. My computer.
I hope this tastes crusty.
Decided to be completely stupid, and we're already recording because why not?
Fuck it.
F it.
F it.
Welcome back, everybody.
Episode 22 of Poor Decisions.
Yeah.
Have we given up on just saying poor decisions? I kind of have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the stickers, people try to. It's funny when people seeing the stickers and trying to pronounce.
Poor decisions.
They're like, just. It was like when we had that beer on tap too.
Yeah.
Like they were just trying to pronounce it and just like having no
idea,
no luck,
idea.
whatever. Well, then it's weird. Like people like when I tell people what the podcast is, they're like, I'm like it's poor decisions. Like, but decision's not spelled right. Well, then how do you spell it? I'm like DESHISHUNS. They're like, how the hell did you come up with that?
We did.
It's like, when you're in school, sometimes they teach the whole trying to memorize certain things by, patterning it.
Yeah.
So that's how I did the decisions.
DESHISHUNS.
Yeah.
I did it.
It works.
It's good.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into this beer.
Yeah. But
this can looks like a fucking fever dream.
It really does. And this is what you said. It better taste like crackers.
It better taste like crackers. It's called Cracker Crust.
What? And I made the joke.
Go
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, it better taste like apple pie crust without the apples. Although the table art has a bunch of saltines on it.
Like, are those, they look like sausage patty faces?
They almost do.
But I think it's supposed to be a crust.
Pizza crust, maybe?
It's a pale ale with honey.
But it's from Perennial Artisan ales. Hey, we've been staying with some low ABVs today.
Yeah, we should change that up.
Yeah. Next beer.
All these are nothing in the rest of the cooler is low ABV.
Okay, good. Well, the hops in this.
Everything is. I'm sorry.
Everything
is low ABV.
Okay. Well, if we need high ABV, we can get a hold of some of that. So the hops is Centennial, Mosaic, and what is that, Nectaron? I'm not familiar with.
I don't know that one.
Nectaron.
Sounds like a planet.
It does. The Grist, Pilsner, Golden Promise, and Flaked Oats.
Ooh, okay.
So 5.5% from Perennial Artisan Ales, which is based out of St. Louis as well.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. We didn't do the how about a beer because we already had the beer.
Fuck it.
We poured it before we started, and
screw it.
Then my computer, literally as we were getting ready to start recording, decided to
smell super crusty.
I still get a little bit of that bitterness on it from the pale ale.
I definitely get the honey. The honey comes through.
I'm
I'm
still getting that green smell.
Yeah, it's very grassy.
The pale ale part.
Yeah.
So now I need to tell some of the apps on my computer to F off.
Oh, that's good.
And no idea why my computer just decided to F you, Bryan.
This can art, though, is a fucking fever dream. I don't know what's going on.
It really is.
It's almost like they had AI develop a label.
Well, I feel like that's probably becoming more and more popular. I mean, like seeing the amount of things that people are coming up with as far as AI, right? Like we literally just showed you the thing. It was, Batman characters as D&D.
Oh, that was cool.
So like Batman was a human but paladin, and Catwoman was like a tiefling or whatever.
Tiefling,
and, I can't remember what the class was, but yeah.
Fucking AI. We talked about this last episode.
Yeah.
Just can't escape it, man.
There's no escaping it except for the fact that people are like, well, is there anything it can't do? And again, it's spelled certain names right.
Yeah, or give customer service. How about that?
Yeah. Just starts shouting at it. Freaking Operator! I said operator!
Hello, Steven. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you if you push the button. You really are a star, aren't you? I see you laughing in there with your malnourished pimp, with your World War I mustache, and your sister's clothes. Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Clem H. Fandango.
Wait, did you just add an H? Yeah, because I thought there was already an actor named that, so I should change it. But you're not really an actor. All right. That's a show I really want to go watch. It's called The Toast of London. And I've seen it on Netflix before, but it's not currently on Netflix.
Never heard of it.
It's not like on anything really right now. So like that's kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
Because like I'm almost done with. I had never watched Mighty Boosh when it was on.
Yeah.
And have seen some of the YouTube clips, but not all of them. Obviously it's old Greg.
Yeah, old
right?
Greg. Yeah.
Excuse me. And so I've recently been going through and watching. There was only like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Of the Mighty Boosh. And so I've been watching that, and it really makes me want to go back and watch IT Crowd again, because I really liked IT Crowd too. And that's just about a group of IT guys that live down in the work down in the basement, and nobody ever comes down there. But Matt Berry is like their
dude, I love
boss.
Matthew Berry. He's so funny.
Well, so like that's where he's in a couple episodes of the Mighty Boosh as well. The first season.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's pretty good in that. Like he literally just comes in and is like slaps his friend or whatever. He's like, he may come up here and try it. Like it's like an owner of a zoo or whatever. He's like, we're very close. He may try and kiss me on the lips. He literally comes in and just slaps him. He's like, that's how he shows affection.
Well, we haven't really watched anything after finishing Fallout. I just, it's that weird. There's nothing on TV.
Yeah, even right now, a lot of the regular season shows are concluding. Yeah. I mean, and by the time this episode airs, like all the regular season stuff will
everything's done.
Ended
for
the year. And because, we're in the summertime now.
God, this year.
It's gone by fast.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It needs to slow the fuck down.
Yeah. Well, and like that reminds me of something that was somebody was in the tap room a couple weeks ago. They made a comment that, and I feel like I've heard it before, but like it's resonated with me more now. And it's days go slow, years go fast.
Yeah.
It's like shit. You know what? Absolutely right.
Yeah, it's so true.
So, what do we think about this beer?
I don't know. It's okay.
It's not
terrible.
No, it's definitely okay. I feel like a pale ale.
I feel like it's more like a blonde.
Yeah. Like I made that joke before we started.
It feels more like a blonde ale.
You were talking about the it having honey in it. And I'm like, oh, kind of like a blonde with buckwheat honey.
Yeah.
Because, we just, the transparent, we have that beer on, called One Pint at a Time now.
Probably won't have it on by the time this episode airs.
No, it's because I sold.
Don't be gone.
Well, especially the cans. Man. The cans I've sold like
it's crazy.
Even Sunday I sold freaking, I think 3 or 4 packs of it.
Yeah.
If not more.
It's crazy.
So it really is crazy how much we're flying through the cans on that.
We sold like a case of it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Easily.
And it's a super good beer. I feel like this one has a little bit more bitterness to it.
It does.
Than the ours. But it
does have that it has a cracker crust. Like I get the cracker malt base.
I don't know. For some reason I was hoping it was going to be like an apple or peach, pie.
Not like I said, not with this fucking AI generated fever dream label that we have going on here.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep Zeke distracted. And he's just like trying to eat my hand. Can you go lay down, dude?
just fucking hit his chin on the cooler.
What a dork. Well, he tried to knock himself out earlier and almost knocked half the glasses down, too, from the extra little thing.
He's a special boy.
He's definitely special.
He's a special boy.
He's a good boy, though.
He is. Podcast dog.
Podcast dog Zeke. All right. So, I should mark that. I've got to that point where I've been marking down.
Yeah, this beer's okay.
Well, marking down what episode?
Yeah.
So I said this is what, 22? Yeah.
22.
22-1. So the first beer of episode 22.
Hey.
Bam. There we go. All right.
Oh no, we want to talk about.
How's the wedding plan coming along?
It's still going.
Yeah. Well, the release of this episode, you'll be what, like 2 months out?
Mm-hmm.
Because this, come out towards the end of June.
Yeah.
So you're like, shit, don't tell me that.
No fucking shit. God damn it.
Because we're about 3 months out now.
Yeah, we're behind.
You have some of the big stuff.
We have some big stuff.
Because
we haven't sent out invites yet. And hopefully by the time this episode airs, we have sent out invites.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Nolan, we really need you to shut down the brewery that day.
Yeah. I don't expect... Y'all better show up.
Unless you're going to have Mindy work it.
Yeah. Mindy or Michaela.
Or both. Can you imagine?
They'll make a killing that day.
Yeah, that would be a good day. Like, you know what? Got an idea for you. It's not a you know what you should do type of thing. It's hey, you should
do this.
Just do this. Yes. Not should.
See what
just
happens.
do this. Yeah. Because I know the joke is, I mean, again, this episode will be way past that, so we'll have to do an update. But because, you know, my Saturdays have adjusted and you're gone this next Saturday, that Nolan is working. Nolan being the owner of the brewery.
Yeah.
And he's the brewer.
Current previous batch slayer. That
Yes.
was so fucking funny.
That video has
so good.
gotten a ridiculous amount of views, too.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw it this morning. We're close to 800.
Yeah.
Probably over now.
Yeah, potentially. And, I mean, that just happened Saturday night.
Yeah. Crazy.
Nigel's going to be like, what the fuck did you do, Bryan? Like,
Nothing.
I just made a video.
It was all Nolan. He fixed it.
Yeah.
Kangaroo court.
Well, it was funny because he literally thought I put a laugh track in there, too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I didn't mess with the audio.
What are you doing, Zeke? You licking my toes? Weirdo.
You're making it weird, man.
Stop making it weird.
Roll 2.
Well, do you have any summer plans?
As far as not really. Like,
Yeah,
I need to be doing something more.
Yeah.
Like going out and doing something.
Yeah.
Going somewhere. But a lot of it just comes down to money for me as well.
Money and time. Money and time.
And the funny thing is, like, you know, I have the time to take off.
Yeah.
But
Use that
that's just
PTO,
been
son.
my personality. It's just, I have a hard time taking time off to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times, you know, I think we've talked about this before. Like, when I'm taking time off, it's to go do something else.
Yeah. It's not to just have time off.
No. Like, what was it? Back in April, beginning of April, like, I took the weekend off to go hang out with some friends up in Weston. But then...
Oh, I think you just farted. It's pretty stink.
Oh, Z, come on,
That's
man.
a dick move, man.
Yeah, roll 2.
Oh, yeah, that's a dog
Don't
fart.
be a dick.
That's a dog fart, and it is just, God, it is just
Here, let's
lingering. That is
hold the beer to the nose.
that is dense.
Yeah, and but like that literally was like the first time I've taken off for myself in probably a few years, and I kind of just realized it just recently too. I'm like, shit, like that's really, besides the week we were closed
Yeah.
at the end of January, that was the only time I've had 2 days off in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As well.
That's crazy.
And technically I had 3 days off because we're closed on Mondays. But it's still like, I really need to be taking some more time off.
Hell yeah, dude, do it. That's what I do.
Even if I guess I'm to the point now where I'm like, even if I'm not doing anything, just take time off
Yeah.
for myself
Yeah.
and just try to relax, if anything.
Yeah.
But I do have a hard time relaxing as well.
I might try to, since we're not doing our honeymoon until like January or February of next year.
Are you going to try to plan it around the close?
Yeah, I think we'll try to do that again, like how we planned our Portugal trip.
Yeah.
Um,
Because then it allows you to keep your other days
yeah, 100%.
for other things. Yeah.
But it's just like, okay, cool. Now I'll have like all this PTO burning a hole in my pocket that I need to use. So I might just like try to request off a random day a month until I don't have any more PTO. I think we have like 2 or 3 days that roll over.
Yeah, I think he said 3.
Yeah.
And we get 10 a year.
Yeah.
But like I've used 2. I rolled over some time.
Yeah.
And I've not even used over that rollover time now.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's definitely starting to learn a little bit more about the whole, we're trying to get better about, you know, work-life balance. And
Oh, yeah. Take
you know,
time for yourself, man.
Yeah. One, like, you know, having, you know, trying to get back into dating and stuff like that. Like, my schedule has kind of become a problem.
Yeah.
Because unless I find somebody who also has a similar schedule, but I tend to go towards people that have
Opposite schedules.
what is considered a normal schedule.
Yeah.
My schedule is not normal.
No.
Because like I was talking to somebody yesterday and they're like, yeah, why do you gotta work the second shift? I'm like, it allows me to make the most money. And hey, when I came here, you know, went to the brewery full time, it was a matter of, you know, like I was taking quite a step down.
Yeah.
So I needed to be able to make more money as well.
Yeah.
To be able to make sure I'm supporting myself. And like I've been able to, and even making it through the winter time where obviously we were making
Less.
quite a bit less.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just customers weren't coming in as frequently because they just don't.
It's just that time of year.
During the wintertime, right?
Yeah.
And then so obviously tips are a lot less because, we rely heavily on tips as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been times where, there's been Sundays where I've made, basically after tips and everything, I'm making $30 an hour.
It's pretty good.
That's really good.
Pretty fucking good.
It's definitely nothing to scoff at. I mean, there's lots of people that would love to be making $35 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
This dog is ridiculous.
I'm trying to keep him distracted. Dude, go lay down. Come on, go lay down. Don't look at me like I'm an idiot. With your snaggle tooth hanging
with your
out.
mouth open.
So, but no, I've definitely had a lot of things I've been kind of thinking about lately as far as, it would be nice to have some changes. And so I made the comment. I'm like, maybe we should try and get a Wednesday league, a midday league going.
It would keep the place busy.
And, try to do a retired cornhole league because, retired people are sometimes looking for something to do as well. Sell the shit out of some kickstand.
Well, they'd be like, oh, when are you guys going to do a pickleball league?
No.
Fuck off.
There's plenty of chickle
balls.
There's plenty of pickleball places around.
Petition to call it Chickleball.
Yeah, because chicken and pickle is obviously the big area or the big thing in this area.
Yeah.
But I mean, even cornhole just doesn't take up a lot of space. It's cheaper to run too.
Yeah.
And in the space that we could put one pickleball, I can put four freaking courts of cornhole. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then there's more people playing more time. Pickleball, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it takes up enough space.
It does, and it's more physically demanding than throwing a beanbag.
Yeah. Absolutely.
To, not to generalize people that play cornhole, but
I mean, it's the second fastest growing sport. I don't know if it's the world or America, but
probably, I think America, because I've seen that behind pickleball.
Yeah. And pickleball is number one.
Yeah.
Obviously. I feel like pickleball's, probably more worldwide, as well. But I've been seeing more and more stuff of cornhole being overseas now too.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
I mean, don't do that. Don't yawn.
Yeah, sorry. It was a rough night sleeping.
That's fair. It's two something.
Two something, yeah.
Let's do something on a Tuesday, Monday.
Yeah. If it's Tuesday,
we're fucked.
We're both kind of.
We should be at work right now.
We got to go.
Sorry, guys.
Boop.
10-minute episode.
We'll go back. We'll go back. Just hit record. You would stop recording and then come back later tonight. All right, guys, we're back.
We're back.
After about a 10-hour working.
Whoops.
Oh. But I mean, I guess ideally, the plan is, I think, having figured stuff out, it's all right, maybe I can try to make it to where I get Sunday and Monday off or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just work Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you do now. And because, I mean, Nigel's schedule's his schedule. And I know we were talking about trying to get somebody else in, but, of reasons.
He farted again. Good God. What did you eat, dude?
He probably needs to go outside.
See,
go upstairs and chill out. Watching him go upstairs is quite hilarious.
He's like, I got this.
People are like, well, we want to see. You don't want to see my nasty ass basement. It's not nasty, but it's very unfinished.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
But we were talking about, trying, I think the conversation was starting to look at trying to have another part-time person come in.
Yeah.
But I think, of other recent events, that's kind of
hard
put
to
that
have.
on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Especially, because we changed our hours as well.
Yep.
And so that'll probably be on the back burner. So I feel like I'm just going to have to suck it up a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. It is what it is. But I guess I'll just use time off to get 2 days off in a row.
Hey, man. Use it or lose it.
I know. And I actually, that's the thing. From the time I started to the first of the year, I did end up losing some time because I hadn't used it. I had taken some Sundays off, but in lieu of that, I just worked Wednesday in place of that.
Yeah.
And so I lost some of my PTO time.
Yeah.
But, some of it rolled over as well. So I still have 10 days that I need to use. And here we are almost halfway through the year.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my PTO. I might just because she's looking to try to get a new job, and she has 5 days of time off, and I think she has she accrues sick time as well, so she can use that just kind of whenever.
Yeah.
But she's going to take a week off to, hopefully by the time this episode airs, she has a new job.
Nice.
But she's taking a week off to work on the garden and apply for jobs. And
yeah, I know you guys have a pretty good garden that you try and work on as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not tiny, but it's not huge.
It's not huge, but it is her thing. I could do more with it, but I do enough yard work anyway where I'm just
you've been mowing a lot apparently.
Dude, our grass is stupid. I hate it.
And see, I feel like mine's just not growing, I guess, as much, but at the same time, it's we don't live that far apart.
Yeah, but I mow once or twice a week.
I probably should. I just don't.
What we got?
Ooh,
how about a beer?
This one looks interesting. That can is the can has artwork on it.
Oh, whoa!
It's got a little pattern thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So this next one, gotta close the cooler. It's called Hopewell. Who is this from? This must be one of those 12% ones too.
It kind of looks like a 12%er.
What's called Italian Ice.
Ooh.
Citrus Lager. Let's switch over to a lager glass.
Yeah, let's do a lager glass on this one.
I'm not really telling. Oh, the Hopewell Brewing. There's a sticker in the way. Sorry, gotta try and peel this.
Bum, bum, bum.
It does say lager brewed with fruit. No, I don't think this is a 12%er.
Huh. What's it called? I'll look it up real quick.
The Hopewell Brewing Company of Chicago. We got 106 miles to Chicago. It's dark out, and
we have a full tank of gas,
half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark out, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Such a good movie.
Oh, it's so good.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, then go watch Blues Brothers. Nice. Oh yeah, I gotta try and get that crisp.
Ooh, that was crispy.
I told you, I know how to make it crispy.
It's crispy to rock to rhyme up. It's crispy.
It's crispy to open a can
Open a can.
Crispy.
Can,
that's
crispy.
Right on time.
Ooh,
that was a rough
First
pour.
time pouring a beer?
Today, yeah. I guess not today, but second beer today. It's fine. Just trying to make sure we get head on it. See how that head retention goes.
Phrasing.
That's
Everyone
right.
likes a little bit of head.
Who doesn't like a little head? So it says Italian Ice is a citrus lager fruited with Meyer lemon, light, bright, and refreshing, citrusy, just like that tasty treat it's named for.
Ooh, I like Italian Ice.
Yeah. It's such a simple can art, too.
Yeah, it is. Looks nice.
Very nice.
My wife.
Wow, wow, wee, wow. This is nice. How much? All right.
I love all those stupid videos of
just people doing the
Yeah.
Borat stuff.
Me working on my Borat voice.
Yes.
To impress my wife.
He's literally at the gym and he's just like, wow, wow, wee, wow. All right. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
That's a clean looking
Yeah, it is.
beer.
That is a lager right there. That is crystal clear.
Hit the button. Thanks.
Button.
I'm just enjoying looking at it.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a head retention on it, which is good. Definitely lemon.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? At the airing of this episode, we'll probably be at summertime now.
Yeah, we're drinking good beers for the time this episode airs.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of lemon lagers for some weird reason.
Shandy type stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we did one, what was it, last week? When does summer start?
I think it's the 22nd. The 20th.
June 20th. And this one will come out, I think I said,
On
what,
the
28th?
28th.
28th. No, the other, episode 21 is coming out on the 21st.
The day after the summer solstice.
Yep.
The longest day of sunlight.
And then it's all downhill from there.
Yeehaw.
All right. Anyway.
That's pretty good.
This is only beer number 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, we need to drink fast so we can get to the third one so we can tell
threaten me
Nigel
with
to
a
F
good time.
off.
I'll chug a lug.
All right, let's go.
I want to enjoy it a little bit, though. It does have like I'm getting that, the dog food notes on the nose.
I didn't.
I get a little bit of it.
No, to me, that lemon is definitely coming through. Actually, now that I'm getting my nose in it a little bit more, I almost pick up like a lemon-scented candle. Simon summon a demon.
Into the gates of hell.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of lemon.
It's good. I enjoy it. It was, the 20 seconds that we had this beer in our glass, it was really good.
Yeah, no, I literally downed mine. But you know what? What I did like about that, not being a person that chugs a lot of beers, but the handful of times I have chugged beers, that carbonation usually fucks with me.
Oh, yeah.
This one was smooth.
It was smooth.
It was subtle.
It was very bright, though, still.
Yeah. But it didn't
I don't
feel
know if it's from the
like
Meyer lemon or...
It didn't feel like it was overly carbonated, making it hard to be able to drink, or down.
Ooh, you know what really bothers me on this label?
The spacing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the spacing on that is a little wonky.
That gets me.
I almost need to take a picture of it because that was making it. I won't say making it difficult to read, but
it's making it difficult for me to take them seriously.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna probably try and take a picture of that and like post it just because like it is very awkward.
It is. It's a lot.
Because like I feel like are they hiding words in there, especially between the and refreshing.
And
it's a pregnant pause.
Refreshing.
It's a pregnant pause, is what it's sometimes referred to as.
Is that a 9-month pause?
Sure. I mean, good beer.
Yeah, solid.
I definitely enjoyed it.
Whatever I remember tasting, it was good.
It's definitely a crushable beer, if you will. A patio pounder.
Patio.
Huh?
Trying to think of another word. Starts with a P. I can't. There's
Pockets?
Yes.
That's like I've done that joke. Like, what is like I've seen people do videos on it and stuff. And it
starts with P and ends in an
yeah.
S.
What does every woman want that starts with a P and ends in S?
Pockets.
I did that joke. Like I've done that a few times, and some people like I have not had anybody get offended about it, but I've had people argue it. And then I've had a couple people that are like, or a couple women that are like, yes, absolutely.
It's true, man. It's true.
Yes. So it's luckily I haven't offended anybody on that one yet.
Well, if they get offended, tough turtles.
Roll 3. Always go for the joke. That was 21. This is 2. 22.
22.
And I wrote a 1. 1-B.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, let's try and get into another one. Even though the podcast dog is kind of in the way of the cooler.
Kind of in the way. There's one that we can't really drink right now.
Yes, because it has that
lactose in it.
That lactose in it.
I'll have to bring my pills for it next time.
Yeah, this is a semi-local one. So, and I've almost picked this one up a few times.
I saw it. I've seen it before, and I was like, fuck it. I'll pick it up.
I've seen it a few times before as well. But it is the Joe's Kansas City Barbecue 180 Lager. I'm guessing that's the right name for it. But it's from Free State Beer. So 180 points is considered a perfect score in competitive barbecue. So that's where the 180 comes from. This lager collaboration is a perfect 180 paired with Joe's KC Barbecue. Unfortunately, we don't have any of that.
Yeah, we don't.
But it is...
we can pretend that we have it.
That Z-Man.
Oh, it's such a good sandwich, man.
With the onions on it.
I used to think it was overrated. And then I had more than one. And it's like, actually, yeah, this is pretty good.
You're like, I'm not buying into no fucking hype.
Okay, it's actually pretty good.
Do we want to change glasses? Or
Nah, I don't care.
Okay, we'll go with these ones then.
Oh, I still got a little bit left in here. Gotta clean my glass.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, I almost hit the button prematurely. Ayo.
Phrasing?
I mean, you can hit the, how about a beer button, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
How about a beer?
There you go. That's weird. Like, I just finished a little bit of that beer that was in that glass, and it almost felt like I had a little spiciness on it.
I sadly have not had barbecue in a very long time. For someone who lives in Kansas City, it's embarrassing to say how long it's been since I've had barbecue.
I don't think I've had a meal. I've had some barbecue. Actually, Clarkson brought me some ribs yesterday.
Oh God, those ribs! Did he bring you any eggs?
He didn't do eggs. He was just doing ribs.
Oh man!
But it was
Did
good.
Nolan come in yesterday?
No.
Weird.
Why?
Because he said in our Discord that he had to go into work for something.
He never showed up yesterday. So, yeah.
Let me check the timestamp on that Discord.
Was that today?
It was last night.
Maybe he went in after I left.
Maybe he did.
'This is riveting audio right here.
6:56.
He did not show up before I left.
Well, maybe, I get it.
And I'm not a part of your guys' Discord group.
I'm so sorry.
Even though I probably know and have done more stuff in Discord than you guys have.
Oh, and I've become so disconnected from playing Call of Duty, and I feel bad because they're like a good group of friends that we've been playing with for a while. But I've just gotten so burned out on Call of Duty.
Yeah, I need to update my stuff to be able to play, but I've really been wanting to get into back into the Assassin's Creeds as well.
I just want to get back. I never finished
Forza.
I never finished the latest Zelda game.
Oh, you never?
I never finished Tears of the Kingdom.
Damn,
I
and
know.
you were hard into that.
I know,
when
man.
it first came out too.
I know.
Phrasing.
Heyo. Is it this one?
Clap it up, everybody! Come on, clap it up!
No, it's not.
That is not it. I think it was the one below the other phrasing.
F&A cotton.
Oh no!
We're just going through all the sounds now.
It must be the purple one.
It's got to be this one.
Hey, phrasing!
There we go.
That's what I was looking
We
for.
got it. Clap it up, everybody! I forgot we put that one on there. Barely even sounds like me. Yeah. So, it's me practicing my voice acting that I've never done.
You can do it.
I would love to do voice acting.
I think we both could.
Yeah. Well, especially in a setting like this, it would be a great environment, too.
Yeah.
So now we just got to get recognized.
Ooh. This smells like corn.
Yep, corn. And this one I do pick up that wet dog food. But I know Free State's been
What kind of is it just an ale?
It is. It's called 180 Lager.
Oh, it's a lager. Oh, okay. Yep, it's a lager.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's where the corn
Yep.
and that maltiness comes from too. I mean, the artwork is
It's a cool label. It's a cool
because
label.
they're using basically the graphic of or the picture of what was the original.
What is the original?
Yeah. Joe's Kansas City Barbecue,
AKA
which was in a gas
Okie
station.
Joe's. Okie Joe's. It's still
It was Oklahoma Joe's, yeah.
Joe's Kansas City. Get the fuck
And
out
not
of
to be confused with Oklahoma Joe's Smokers. So people that are familiar with, and that's where they were trying to get it from.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
I'm not sure about it, and I've been struggling with some Free State stuff lately.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's very
Middle of the road.
Sorry, Free State. It's got that dog food.
It's too much
That
corn.
Too much
DMS.
corn. Yeah. And I think that's part of the problem with
Maybe if it was
Free
ice
State
cold,
did get bought out.
If it was 32 degrees, it'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's been sitting in a cooler for an hour and a half.
Yeah, and we don't have a temperature gauge. So yeah.
I'd say it's about 45, 47 degrees.
Yeah. Now if it was a stout,
Perfect.
because what stouts can be up to almost 58 degrees.
Yeah.
It's and because I actually did a little bit of that pairs well with mouse yesterday, and it literally sat for an hour before I ended up drinking some. I'm like,
Yeah, pretty good.
yeah, no, that's solid.
It's a good beer.
Yeah, no, it definitely I struggle with it at first.
Yeah, it's got to warm. It really has
You
to
need to
warm
let
up.
it warm up, even with it being a lower ABV. Only 5.6%.
Yeah.
It needs to be warm. It needs to be in that 50-degree range.
Yeah.
And we, unfortunately, and we're aware of that. But the problem is our keg cooler, all the kegs go in one cooler. We don't have multiple coolers for different styles of kegs.
Yeah.
Would that be awesome? Yes. That's also does not sound very business savvy for trying to make money.
I'm just gonna have to muscle this one down.
Yeah, this is the one we should have chugged.
Yeah, yeah, we made a choice.
Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice. It's so hot.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
The man, he punted Baxter.
This burrito is good, but it is filling.
Hey, man.
It's like, what do you love? I love a good glass of scotch. And, of course, Baxter here.
And, of course, my friend Baxter here.
Well, this is what I'm doing. Gunk. Veronica's on the nose. And this is where we go off the rails again.
Yep.
Perfect. Nailing it.
Nailed it.
Hashtag nailed it.
Have you watched that show? Nailed it?
Yeah.
That's a great show.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
I haven't watched
Nicole Byer is great, dude.
I watched.
She's
We watched.
so fucking funny.
Me and my ex watched like the first 2.5 seasons or something.
Oh, there's so many episodes or
now,
many seasons now.
Now, yeah. Because then we watched one of the season, the holiday special ones too.
Yeah.
Like the first Christmas or Halloween one or whatever, or maybe both. But then just life and whatnot. And
oh yeah.
we got away from it.
Life's a bitch.
Because I know she's been on Wipeout with John Cena.
Wipe it.
That's a good idea for a show. How would that go?
Is it toilet based or?
I feel like it should. Something on True TV or something like that.
True wipes.
Yeah.
Who wipes?
The stories of true wipes.
Bam, bam, bam.
These are the stories of people
who don't have a bidet.
I forgot we had that whole conversation the other night too. And of course, it's that is a good something that's interesting though, where it's people love having the bidets or
they're great,
the ones
man.
that attach to the toilet seat.
They're great.
But I almost wonder how many medical professional people are just against them.
Why would you be?
I don't know. I don't have a bidet, so what the fuck do I know?
It cleans you out. Make sure you don't get any, some stains on your undies.
Yeah. I mean, I've used the dude wipes.
Oh, you mean baby wipes for your ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is...
Just get a bidet.
It's nice as well.
It's nice.
But I don't...
My wipes.
My wipes. I get a wipes, he gets a wipes. I get a bidet, he cannot afford. Great success.
Jesus Christ.
That was a good segue right there.
That was good.
Yeah, I feel accomplished with that one. For sure. I feel like that's one of those things that as we progress, we just, there's that natural of being creative on certain things as well.
Oh yeah, and you gotta have the callbacks, man.
Yeah, they gotta have the callbacks. But I can see, watching Instagram people or TikTok people or what have you, creating reels and stuff. Some of these people have put a lot of time and effort into coming up with original content.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can imagine some of these people just they watch this video and then they're like, all right, here's the idea. I can just run with it. And they just run with it. I feel like we're kind of getting that way with the podcast. And this is something I was thinking about the other day too, where internally I hear my voice a certain way.
Oh, we all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hearing my actual voice, I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, I feel the same way.
And I feel like this being the third iteration of doing a podcast and having done all, as much of the videos and stuff we've done for the brewery now, I've gotten more used to my voice being what it is.
Me too.
So I've gotten more comfortable with it and I just roll with it.
Yeah.
Because in my head, my voice sounds a little bit deeper, not Barry White deep or anything like that.
I just in my head I sound nasally, but I'm still going through allergies right now.
And then when I watch the videos, I feel like I sound nasally.
Yeah. Well, it's also a Midwest thing. We are inherently nasally people.
Yeah. So, but I think that's where I've gotten more comfortable with doing this iteration of the podcast because I've just gotten to the point where I've gotten more used to my voice now.
Yeah.
being what it is.
Yeah.
And just rolling with it. I mean, there's still times where we do certain things or say certain things, and I'm just like, I hate the way that sounded in my head.
Yeah.
In my head, it sounded way different, and not because of the way I said it,
but just because of how you perceive how you sound.
The sound of my voice sounds different my head.
Yeah, it sounds different to us because we hear the reverberation in our head.
Yeah.
But you don't hear what I'm hearing about my voice.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Like it sounds completely different.
And that's something that, like, you saying that, like, that's like, okay, you definitely have more of that audio background because you went to school for the audio engineering stuff. So, like, you have a better understanding of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've realized that, as we've done this more, I'm just like, like you said, I've gotten more comfortable.
Yeah.
But I still, goddamn, today I sound so nasally. Like, I can hear it.
Yeah. I mean, but it's fine.
It's rough.
It's fine. And that's just, who we are. And I mean, that's why, I've made the comments of, like, like, I process the podcast. I'm not making changes to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I will adjust certain levels. It's like if the music seems high or low
or whatever,
I'll adjust it, especially that way. Like, you try to adjust the music up. That way, like, if we have dead air time.
Dead air.
Excuse me.
Oh, why'd you hold back?
I don't know why.
Why'd you hold back?
I wasn't trying to hold back. Well, that's just,
let that baby fly.
That's one of those other things. It's like I always belch and I'm like, oh, excuse me.
Oh, excuse me. I never say excuse me. I say, oh, it tastes better going down than coming up.
I don't know. It's just a force of habit type of thing, I guess. But, like, I set the music level at one level.
Yeah.
And it's mostly to try and cover that dead space time.
Yeah. Dead air.
Which we're pretty good about not having dead air time.
Yeah. But you have to let things breathe,
Yes. And that's one of those other things I've learned. I'm like, okay, I do need to, and I forget this sometimes, like, I need to slow down because I tend to talk very fast.
No.
And that's, to me, I'm not talking fast because I'm processing that fast.
Yeah.
But there's people that are like, huh? I'm like, oh, yeah, slow down.
Slow down.
But then that's one of those things I've learned. Chad, shout out to Chad, having subscribed to us and supported us.
Yeah.
And, what we're working on here. Taylor's told me, he's like, yeah, Chad listens to podcasts at like 3 times speed. I'm like,
that's crazy.
I'm like, I already talk fast. I can only imagine.
You sound like an Alvin and the Chipmunk.
But you know what? To him, to Chad's benefit, like, he's heard our voices.
Yeah.
So in his head, he probably still hears us.
Yeah.
Just at a much faster speed.
I've tried that. Can't do it.
I've tried to do 2 times and I struggle.
I've tried to do 1.5 times and I still like
1.5. Some podcasts I struggle with, but usually I just set it at like 1 1/4, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And so, like, every time I go down to 1 though,
I'm
just like, why is this taking so long?
So yeah, I usually do that because I feel like whenever I'm listening to a podcast at home, I'm like trying to kill time.
Yeah.
Or like on the road, just like I want. Like on the plane ride down to Phoenix, I listened to 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Versus if you would have drove, you could have listened to like 20 podcasts.
Could have listened to a whole season of True Detectives or something.
Or something.
True Blood Detectives.
True Blood Detectives. That's the sideshow of True Blood, right?
Yeah.
Where the cops have their own spin-off show. I feel like, having never really watched True Blood, I know my ex did. There's a lot of sex in that show.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like the spinoff would be terrible.
Oh, of course it would.
It would just be, oh, God, what is that? It reminds me of something I saw one time. It was having a comic book of the CIA trying to determine Clark Kent being Superman. And it's just always going wrong because he just always baffles them or something, or he always makes it to where they can't figure it out.
It's like, how does it keep doing this?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that would be a great idea for
that's good.
Just comedy. Like that would probably be. That makes me think of like that would be a good comedy like audio thing, like in the 50s. I feel like a lot of shows, where it was audio shows in like the 50s, early 60s before TV became much more prevalent.
Yeah.
To where people would sit there and listen to the radio, right?
Yeah.
And they would do shows like it's the that War of the Worlds.
Yeah, War of the Worlds. Yeah.
Like that was a big one where people legitimately
people thought it was happening.
Because of how they were delivering it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's podcast nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Like that literally just popped in my head. Like just thinking like, oh shit, like this is what podcasts are now. It's a lot, and a lot of them, like, I was talking about the stories, right? Where I listen to Nerd Poker, where they're playing D&D. They are legitimately coming up with a storyline.
Yeah.
But like it's easy to separate because they're not always in character. They break character a lot to be themselves as well, and then just trying to figure out stuff. But I'm like, shit, like at some point, like I'd love to be able to do more podcast stuff too.
Yeah, same.
Because like I think you and I have talked about that. Doing your own podcast, me doing a different type of podcast. Especially with me and like my military background, you and like your audio background. And, or even the aspect of our journeys through the beer industry. Because you've, been in the back, actually
brewing beer now.
Working on becoming a brewer.
Yeah. Two brews under my belt without Nolan.
They're not even flagships.
One of them was. It was kickstand.
But you did...
I did Balloon Hands.
Balloon Hands.
Yeah.
And that one's...
I feel like I had a lot of... Like, I can't fuck this beer up.
Yeah. Well, because you've had a couple whoopsies.
Just the one big one.
The one big one, but you had, the Rad Stall. But that was just because you didn't ask questions.
That was also yeast fermentation.
Yeah.
Like, that was the fermentation stalled.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any better. Now I know.
Well, the yeast had stalled and the gravity wasn't at a certain thing, but you went off of like, well, he told me to crash it.
Yeah,
so I went ahead and crashed it.
I did what I was told to do.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, I could have, context clues, been more aware of that. But at the time, that was 6 months ago now.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody yesterday were like, when are you going to bring Rad Stall back? I'm like, we're not
coming back.
I'm like, never. They're like, well, why not? I'm like,
that's a mistake
because it was a mistake.
Be replicated.
Like, we can't replicate it completely.
I could replicate fucking whoopsie again, but I won't.
Yeah, you just you cut the sparge off 70 gallons early.
70 gallons early.
And then with a little bit of time left, you dump 70 gallons in and you change the hop on it.
Yeah. It's great. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a good beer.
I struggle with it.
I like it a lot.
I struggle with it.
I like it.
But I'm not. I go through phases of kickstand.
Me too.
Well.
Me too.
But
like I whenever it's a brew day in the back, and it's hot.
Yeah.
And like that's all I want to drink is a Kolsch.
Yeah.
Like something crisp and light.
I feel like I've been struggling. I mean, we have a great tap selection, but maybe it's just because of what we've been doing lately. Like, I've been struggling with what we have. Like,
well, we also, don't get out a whole lot.
We have not been getting out. So most
we need to get back into that.
Yeah.
Like that one day we went to Casual
and Rochester.
And Grinders.
And Grinders, yeah. That was a good day.
That was fun.
But that was because you happened to be off on, Tuesday?
That was a Tuesday.
And I didn't have to be at work till later.
Well, now we're back to that. Like, you don't have to be at work until... We'd have to go on a day where we're not cleaning taps.
Exactly. Well, usually, I'll clean taps on the Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And you clean the following Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, I feel like a Wednesday would be a better day, though.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't have to go in until 2.
You just need to take a day off on a Wednesday and...
That's fine with me. Wednesdays are a rough day anyway, so...
Yeah, especially right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get that resolved. I feel like Zeke pooped. Farted again.
What about poop?
I feel like Zeke farted again.
I don't smell it yet.
I smell it right now. But his ass is facing me.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep. That's been 3 times. This guy is...
He must need to go outside. He's trying to be a good boy and not have an accident. So let's go ahead and end this episode.
End this on a dog fart.
Yeah. Ending on a episode name.
Episode name.
Ending on a dog fart. We got 3 beers in. You happy, Nigel?
I hope he says yes.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
I'm writing this down. Ending on a dog fart.
That's a great name. Also a good beer name.
Oh, yeah. That could be a good... What style?
It would have to be some sort of Pilsner, I feel like.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. And that's something I think I've been messing with Nigel lately. You know, where we always do the...
Good beer name, but what's the style?
Yeah. Because he has a list of like
he's got
hundreds. No less than 100. Probably somewhere around 2 or 3.
I would say hundreds.
Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, like, he went through it one day, and I'm just
we've seen it.
Dear Lord.
You could scroll through that for like 8 hours.
Yeah. But then I'm like, I don't want to say devil's advocate on it, but it's always like, okay, what's the style?
What's the style? Yeah.
And maybe that's because we have that brewery industry knowledge.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, well, what's the style on that beer then?
Ending on a dog fart is definitely.
Well, that's like, what's the one that they have, you know, the brown trouser or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where it like literally in the graphic is like literally a brown
it's a skid mark.
Yeah. Dude in his tidy whities with a skid mark.
God.
Like, and that it's a brown ale. Naturally.
It would have to be some sort of lager with like the dog food characteristic.
Maybe like a darker lager.
Yeah.
Not like a Pilsner lager or anything.
Yeah, but a dark lager.
A brown lager.
A Shores beer.
A light Shores beer.
Yeah.
Make sure you get that malt, you know, like you said, that dog food.
With peanut butter in it.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Adjuncts. No corn, though, please.
Gotta have a little corn on the nose.
Just, you got a little brown on your nose there.
Got a little shit on your nose there.
All right. And people are like, oh, my God.
And that's how we end.
And that's how we... Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.